I keep giving bad people good ideas.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video, we are going to be talking about the investigation that was launched on Schedule 1 by, I forgot what exactly the fucking company is called that made Drug Dealer Simulator, but, it just, genre, okay, by Byte Runners, that's the development team, publishers, movie games. Okay, so it's kind of like a big little group they got going. But yeah, so pretty much the creators of Drug Dealer Simulator pretty much launched an investigation on Schedule 1 for possibly copying them. Pretty much, if you don't really understand what I'm saying, is they're trying to pretty much see is can they pull a lawsuit out of their assholes and fucking throw it onto Schedule 1. So pretty much a lot of people reacted hella negative to this, started review bombing the game and was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You guys are assholes, blah blah blah. And pretty much like, well, in like damage control, they released a post being like, well, it doesn't mean there's gonna be an actual lawsuit, it's just an investigation. But it's the thing is, like, if you wouldn't even do the investigation if you weren't trying to get a lawsuit out of your asshole to throw out at them. Like, like, it's just really stupid how this company is, like, thinking, or the, like, development crew, whatever the fuck. So pretty much theoretically, it's like done. They pretty much released a statement saying, hey, we're going to do an investigation. Like I said, on Schedule 1, we think they possibly could be copying mechanics or stuff like that that's in our game or whatever the fuck. Even though it's really at the end of the day, like, no, it's like, they're two completely different games. Like, again, it's like comparing Call of Duty and Battlefield and being like, oh, well, fucking, Battlefield should get sued by Call of Duty because they both take part in a war or something. It's like, they're two games that are like in the same genre, but they're completely different. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly can't be like, oh yeah, I played Drug Dealer Simulator. But from looking at gameplay and shit like that, and just like, you go look on the Steam store page, you can see the games look completely fucking different. So they're not pulling and ripping fucking shit from fucking Drug Dealer Simulator. I think possibly the only thing they can really reach for is like the simple mechanic of like, making the drugs and then selling the drugs to like the NPCs and shit like that in the game. But really, that's like almost like Battlefield or Call of Duty try and sue the other one because you're like in war shooting at people, and they're like, well, their game is taking place in war and you're shooting at people, and our game has that too. It's like a dumb thing where it's like you can't really sue someone over that's not really copying someone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, then number two, like with Drug Dealer Simulator, looking at it, I could be completely wrong. This game could possibly not be made in Unity, but I would wanna bet that it was made in Unity just from how the player models look, from how the models in the game look. And I'm not saying that it looks terrible. It looks pretty good and decent. But the player models look so lifeless. It's actually fucked to say it, but the Schedule 1 player models look more lively and more full of life. And they're fucking cartoons. Like, this game, Drug Dealer Simulator, is trying to take more of a realistic approach, and they kind of fail it because they had these realistic player models and these realistic models in the game for, like, the weed, the drugs, whatever, the world. Everything looks realistic, but then the player models, like the person that you're playing or the people you're interacting with, the bodies just seem dead as fuck. Like, the audio's good, the voice play seems good, or whatever, the interactions seem good, but the bodies just seem fucking lifeless. It's just like, it's like, hey, they're all excited, but then the body is just like a fucking statue. And you can kind of tell really easily when a game is like made in a, not saying Unity's a shitty engine, but you can tell when it's made in an engine like Unity when player models look like that. And I'm not really trying to nitpick and try and just shit on the game completely, but like, you kind of get what I'm saying. It's just like Schedule 1's map also seems way more lively, and I've also had so much fucking fun playing the game so far, and I think it's, yeah, I'm a little biased, not really playing the other one and playing Schedule 1, but just from playing Schedule 1, I don't even want to touch Drug Dealer Simulator 2, and I remember I even saw the first Drug Dealer Simulator, and I even like thought, I'm like, dude, this looks like, it doesn't look like a complete piece of shit. Okay, I'm gonna put it out though. Drug Dealer Simulator doesn't look that bad, but it definitely looks like it's just a project from Unity. And some Unity projects are really good, and some are just Unity projects. And I'm not trying to shit on the game completely. There'll probably be fun aspects of this game and shit. But if I have to pick one or the other, I'm probably gonna pick Schedule 1. And it just back to what I was saying earlier, although they tried to do damage control and say, well, we're not trying to do a lawsuit. Well, if you're not trying to do a lawsuit, you wouldn't even launch an investigation on the game. And the whole reason why they'll probably try and launch an investigation is probably because they haven't had any competition in the longest time. And they want to try and see if they can pull some lawsuit out of their ass and kind of slow down the momentum. Or because they will try and say they won't try and shut down Schedule 1. And they were encouraging the project. But more they were investigating just to see if there was any copyright or anything like that with the game that's copying Drug Dealer Simulator 2, so they could pull a lawsuit out their ass. So I think it's to try to slow down the competition, but the thing is, they have nothing to pull out their ass, and instead of just trying to make the game better or releasing a third one that has more live or more living player models and more of a lively world. I don't know. Again, I didn't play a fuckload of this, but just watching some of the gameplay, it does look like a good, lively world and looks kind of cool. But again, just working on little things like the player models, adding more facial reactions, shit like that, and just focusing on the game and just, oh, fuck, the demo started playing, or the trailer or whatever. But instead of just focusing on trying to make their game better, they just kind of shot themselves in the foot, announcing that they're going to try to do an investigation on Schedule 1, when Schedule 1's like this hype game everyone likes, and instead of trying to focus on making their game better, they want to try to slow down their competition, and by doing that, they shot themselves in the foot and slowed their shit down completely. Like, positive comments are even shitting on them, the negative comments are even shitting on them. And it's really pretty much all just being like, oh yeah, I really wanted to try to like this game. I had high hopes, but the game's just really buggy or just really chunky. And so again, this game's filled with bugs. I don't even have to play the game. Everyone's just talking about how this game's filled with bugs and really chunky or clunky or whatever the fuck. And just talking about how it's just like dumb as fuck that they try to go after Schedule 1 to try slow down the competition. And it just like, it's bad because even people have bought this game just to refund it, just to leave a bad review. Or they bought the game just to try it out and they refunded it and was like, this is a piece of shit. But a lot of it looks like they just bought the game just to refund it, just to talk shit on the whole Schedule 1 thing. But again, it's just like, it's just kind of sad to see them try to do a shitty, scummy thing. But luckily, they got caught and people are, treating them how they should be when trying to do a scummy, shitty thing like that. Because I get it, when you want to try to slow down your competition, try and make your game better, try and make it more entertaining, try to pull a bigger community. That's whatever. But when you try and throw lawsuits and try to do investigations to slow down your competition, you just seem like a bitch and no one's going to want to support your game. But besides that, take down your notes. If you ever make a game, try not to send lawsuits at people's front doors. People don't like that shit. And I feel like that goes with anything really in general in life. But besides that, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.